Good morning. We're going to get this thing started off. If you're coming in, if you're watching, just say good morning. Let me know that you're there. Let me know that you're watching. I like to say hi to people. Like to really make these things very interactive. But today what I'm going to really do is just got a couple of announcements that I want to announce. And you're going to see a whole lot of things start to happen over the next 30 days or so. We are actually at the 30-day countdown today. We have my company, Jones Capital Group, has a seminar that is going to be happening in Atlanta, Georgia on May the 13th at 8 a.m. Good morning, Christine. How are you? Good to see you here. We have hey, I sent out the info for you for that newsletter. I want to set up the one-on-one with you today, so let's get that rolling. One thing that we all got to understand is that really, like, wealth is attracted to speed. Like, we can't be indecisive with things. We got to make things happen, and that's what I'm all about. I'm all about making that happen. If you don't know that yet, you'll see that if you come in and get a little bit closer and see how I do things that are a little bit different than the way a lot of people do things. I'm a person that makes things happen. I don't like delays. I don't like excuses. I'm just a go-to person to make things happen. So sometimes we need people like that in our life to like kick us in the butt. Sort of like when I was in Marine Corps boot camp, how they would kick us in the butt to get us up and going. But just really want to say that, yes, we have the seminar. We've been talking. You've seen people in my group having a whole bunch of things going back and forth on the internet. A lot of people don't. You may or may not know exactly what's going on or who's talking to you or the people that are backing this project. So I just really wanted to get that out there today to let you know that this seminar, this is going to be the world's greatest real estate seminar. Good morning, Joshua. How are you? The world's greatest seminar. And why do I say that? Well, I say that because I've been in this business for 15 years now, and I found out what works, and I found out exactly what doesn't work. I also know who's real and who's not real. I know what should be done, what shouldn't be done. I know how to separate the fluff, right? And a lot of people can't do that. And what I find is that people really want change. People really want to put themselves in a position to take care of their families. People really do have dreams. And about 15 years ago, I woke up in the middle of the night and I had these thoughts that were downloaded into my mind, and the words came up that said pieces of a dream. And I didn't understand what it was about, but I just knew that it sounded nice. and I get that all the time. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Well, here's what that's all about. And I really want to give you the opportunity to know what I'm all about. So if you guys could do me a favor and just share this with your friends, I really appreciate it. I mean, when you talk about opportunity and you talk about adding value, true value to people's lives, I think that this is a message that needs to be spread to all four corners of the world. And it will be there because of the belief that I have in myself. Not just believing, it's what I know now based off of experiences from things that will kill the average person, that will make the average person quit. We all know those people, right? We know those people where life has happened to them and tragedies and calamities have happened in life, and those people quit. Typically, they're quitting. Good morning, Jamila. How are you? Thanks for joining in. Typically, people are quitting about 3 feet from goal. Seriously, there's a book out, 3 feet from goal. But I want to tell you something. I've seen people quit on the 1 yard line. Like 1 yard line, like right there in front of their greatness. Listen, guys, at the end of the day, we all have gifts, right? We all have gifts. We all have dreams. Please share this with your friends. We're coming to Atlanta. The seminar is confirmed. It's May 13th. Jamila, I definitely want to talk to you today. I need you on board with us. I believe that the universe has brought to me the people who want it, the people who need it, the people that recognize the real, the people that understand the spiritual side, and bringing this all together, guys. Bringing this all together so your dream is, thank you, Christine, for sharing that. Thank you, Joshua, for sharing that. And you see, this is what it's all about, guys. For those who are fortunate enough right now to be inside of Jones Capital Group, the family that we have, this private network with, you're seeing the growth in people. You're seeing black sheep turning into black lions. And this is what this is all about. See, it's not just real estate, guys. This is why this is the world's greatest seminar. And we're taking this around the country. And we're going to give you We're going to give you the opportunity to live out your dream. We're going to give you the opportunity to take your passion, to take your gifts and put it on a stage. Show you how to package it. Show you how to monetize it. Show you how to discover your passion, your purpose, your assignment here on this earth. And isn't that what this is all about? Isn't this why you wake up every morning and go to a job that you probably don't even like? Isn't this really what it is? See, what I found is that oftentimes we ask God for these things that we want. And then when they materialize in front of us, we freeze up. We're like a deer in the headlights and we don't know what to do, because what it is, see, it's bigger than what you think it is. You see, because we're asking the universe to bring us things personally for ourselves. But what we don't understand is that our piece to the puzzle is for a bigger purpose. And that scares people. It really scares. I've had people that have come into my organization, pay the money, and then see what I bring to the table, and they get fearful and they quit. They quit on themselves. I can't respect that. I don't respect that. But for those of you who are tired of being tired, for those of you who want to know how to make money, right, through real estate, let that be the conduit to give you financial freedom so that you can think. You see, because it's hard to think when ain't no money in the bank. You can never tap into your abilities because your brain is scattered. Your subconscious mind is searching. It's worried about paying the bills. It's worried about getting foreclosed on. It's worried about the car getting taken in the middle of the night. It's worried. So when you're in that mode, you cannot be effective. You cannot be who you're supposed to be because your money not right. So the world's greatest seminar, which is coming to Atlanta, May 13th. Holiday Inn and Suites at the airport, over there by the airport. I believe that's right. We have people here that are a part of this. Mr. Marcus Mayfield. We have Miss Latoya Carroll. We have Miss Jennifer West Granahan up there. We have Mary Chapman. We have so many people now. This thing has grown. And listen here, let me tell you something. You know, real talk. There's a difference between religion and spirituality. There's a difference between religion, which is man-made, and something that, and something that you're looking on the outside of you to save you. Something that, you see, we got to understand that what it is that we're looking for, it's inside of us. We got to understand that when we tap into the capabilities that we have, that we're powerful. We got to understand that you're kings and that you're queens. And so this is why I'm telling you, this is the world's greatest real estate seminar, because it's going to show you not just how to make money. It's going to show you how to get your money right. Before the money, we're going to show you how to get your mind right so that you can get your money right, because anybody can put some money in anybody's hands. But if you don't know what to do, if you don't know how to think, if only thing you're doing is working to pay bills and you're just thinking about, oh my God, I just need enough money to pay the bills. Well, if you are focused on only needing enough money to pay the bills, you will only have enough money to pay the bills. Somebody's got to talk right to you. Somebody's got to tell you the truth. Somebody's got to be strong. Somebody's got to not care about what naysayers say, because most of those naysayers and most of those haters, I never find a hater who's doing better than me. So I could care less about what haters say. This is for the real. This is for people that want it. This is for people that understand that they have gifts. This is for the people that say, you know what? I'm going to connect and I'm going to unify with people that are on the same vibrational plane that I am, because there's different levels. Once again, there's different levels and everybody's not going to get this. But I'm telling you what we're bringing to the table. Let me tell you something. I got an all-star team around me. Mr. Marcus Mayfield, right? The apartment building with me for $1 down that we're going to transfer over to assisted living facility. You guys know about assisted living facilities? Do you know the money that's in there? Right? What if you had the wisdom? What if you had the big money playbook to be able to do that over and over and over again, to take care of your family over and over, years and years and years to come? So you're not worried about that no more. What about Miss Latoya Carroll out there? I gave this young lady some information, and she took the information and went out and inked a deal on a property in 6 days. 6 days. How many hours is that? I don't even know. But she did it in 6 days, right? These are people who are hungry for this. These are people that when they get the right information and it's not being held back for them, they take it and they use it over and over again. And isn't that what this is all about at the end of the day? People say what they want, but when they get it, they don't act. I don't understand that. I never really understand that. So, May 13th, write it down, mark it down. If you're going to be a part of what we're doing, I need to know that you're in this, because there's some power. Let me just tell you about how the universe really works. When you have this unbelievable, this burning desire inside of you, and you understand that there's only one universal mind. You don't focus on the negative, you focus only on the positive, and you ask it for that. And if you've never received what you asked for before, you got to understand that there's not a file in your mind. There's no file in your brain. You can't pull out the drawer and look at that success that you have. So if that's not there, it's okay. But if it's not there, you have to understand that you have to start to create it yourself. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else is going to come and save you and pick you up. You got to do it yourself. See, we're lazy as a people. We want someone else to come and save us. We don't know what to do. We won't surround ourselves with people. We're jealous of people who figured it out, right? Let's be real. We're jealous of people who figured it out. And at the end of the day, we're touching and agreeing with the wrong people. You see, because it's true. It's true. The Bible says that when two or more come together, oh my God, do you know what you can have? But listen to this. Two or more have to come together in harmony. Harmony is the key word, and I don't hear anybody talk about that. You have to come together in harmony. That means there's no big U's and little I's. There's no big I's and little U's. That means that you bring your gift to the table and it's recognized. That means you bring your gift to the table and it's appreciated. So that's what we have in the real estate side. So watch this. We're using the real estate to get people off of empty, to make your bank account look like your phone number. Somebody's going to catch that, right? And we're going to show you how to set up a legacy. We're going to show you how to operate in trust. We're going to show you how to tap into the community. We're going to show you how to set up your nonprofit, church, non-church, doesn't make a difference. It's the same thing. The money's sitting there waiting for you. In the economic and community development, there are databases of people who are accredited investors that will donate to your cause, that will help get you out of your job, that will help pay off your payroll. And there's just so many things that I'm bringing to the table. And this is truly the universe bringing this to me. Because as I was in the middle of my mess, let's say that again. As I was in the middle of my mess, this is when the opportunity, this is when the omens came, this is when the people came, and I wasn't expecting it. I did not think that it was going to come the way that it came. So I'm sitting there and I'm hoping and I'm praying and I'm wishing, but at the same time, I take action. That's the difference between me and a lot of people who are just sitting back there. All they want to do is pray. That's cool. That's cool, but nothing's going to happen because, number one, well, something will happen, you just won't recognize it. You just won't recognize it because you're not willing to, while you're praying, while you're meditating, you're not willing to get the work in. You're not willing to be committed to something. You're not willing to pay the price. You're not willing to sacrifice. So at the end of the day, we're not just talking about money. We're not just talking about real estate. We're talking about, number one, taking care of you. Number two, when I say you, I mean you and your family. Right? Seriously, real talk. At the end of the day, it's about you taking care of your family. Please share this with your friends if you haven't shared it. And I just want to say this. There's so much fluff out there. There's so many smoke screens, so many magic beans. And people are getting caught up in the hype. They don't have a plan to follow, right? And for those really religious, really following the Bible, right? It says in Habakkuk 2:2 to write it down, write the vision down and make it plain. Now, it doesn't matter what religion you're in. That's real. In different books and different things, it says it in a different way. But at the end of the day, if you don't have a plan for your life, doesn't matter how much you're praying. I'm here to tell you the real. It doesn't matter how much you're praying if you don't even have a plan. So that to me says you don't love yourself enough to have a plan. That to me says you don't even know who God is because you won't follow the word in whatever book it was written down in. You won't do these things. That's somebody. That's not everybody. That's somebody. For the rest of you, you have a plan, right? But for some reason, you don't know how to execute it. You don't know the right habits. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to put first, second, third, fourth. Now, You happen to be listening to somebody that does know how to do that. You happen to be listening right now to somebody who's been through holy hell, who's been to the bottom, who's been dragged through the mud. You happen to be in front of that person right now. And the person who, at the time where I just kept going and I kept going and I wouldn't quit. And when I felt like quitting, there's a voice inside of me that said, don't quit because I got you. Don't quit because I got you. And I really believed in that voice. And some of you hear that voice also. Some of you know that it's not over just because you went through some things. Some of you know that it's not over. Some of you know right now that I'm the person that you're here for a reason. Some of you know when you hear that word pieces of a dream, you know that I got a piece to this puzzle. You know that I can help this mission. You know that this movement is bigger than you. You know that it's not fake. You know that the real recognizes the real. And once again, it's not for everyone, right? It's not for everyone. It's for the person who's sick and tired of being sick and tired, to understand that the whole premise of this is so much bigger than us. It's a movement that's bigger than us. And when you get it, when you understand it, when you take the time to just listen, you understand that there's going to be some vibrational pull. And if you feel that vibrational pull, that means that you feel that you're supposed to be a part of this. And the people that are supposed to be a part of this will show up and never worry about that. You see, some of us need to know what the end result is going to be first. Whatever. I'm the type of person that I say I'm building this bridge. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody thinks. I'm building this bridge and it's going to lead me to where I want to go. I'm like Santiago in The Alchemist. I said I could always go back to being a sheep herder, but this is what I know my Mecca is, and I can't do it alone. I have to come together with other powerful people that are on the same vibrational wave as me, that understands money, that understands spirituality, that understands that this is about adding value to the marketplace, and what we put out, we understand that we're going to get back. Doesn't matter what nobody else says, and if they're not in harmony with you, they're not supposed to be here. So with that being said, what's going to happen on May 13th? Let me just break it down to you. You have Jones Capital Group under this Pieces of a Dream umbrella. You have Truly Making a Difference under this also. That's the new nonprofit that Ms. LaToya Carroll has just put together that will be, and I don't want to mess it up for her. I can't even, she's got to say it. Anyway, no, I'm going to break it down. She set up a real estate redevelopment company, and the whole premise of it is to actually really make a difference in this world. And I have great people around me. And I love this young lady because she really gets it. She understands. Once again, she didn't have all the pieces or didn't know exactly what to do, but that's okay because we have each other's back. I am my sister's keeper, right? I am my sister's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. So when you feel like that and you think like that, it's not about you. It's about understanding that I have some talent here in this world. And it may not have been recognized in certain places, or maybe the church or different things like that, which so many of our people fall on when we have hard times, right? And we go there looking for validation, and we go there looking for acceptance, and we go there looking for confirmation. But then there's those of us that are on this side that we understand our strength. We know who we are, and we don't need validation from somebody else. We don't need a third-party administrator to tell us what to do. We can connect directly to our source. So for those who understand that, we have Legacy Rain Investments, Mr. Marcus Mayfield. We have people that are doing some great things. So at this seminar, we're going to show you really, like seriously, like how to think like a bank, right? If you want to know, what does that mean? Well, you know, because I just want you guys to understand this. Because of my upbringing, I see things a certain way. Right? And my upbringing may be different than your upbringing. But what I want you to do is if it's something that you don't understand, don't dismiss it. Pay attention. Chew the meat, eat the meat, spit out the bones. Right? That's what you do. So with that being said, when this whole thing when this whole thing came to me, it was really from God. Like I don't believe like there's anything else. I believe in one universal mind, and I believe everything else is an illusion. So when you understand that it's from God, you don't have to keep going back and checking and praying and getting ready to get ready. You know that when the thought comes to your mind that you're supposed to act on it, right? And with that being said, when you talk about thinking like a bank, well, what does a bank do? Well, a bank makes money off of other people's money by sometimes not even having an asset. When banks first started, there was no asset. They just created notes. They loaned some money out based off of other people's money or different places. We can get into that in the seminar. And they actually, they didn't even have money in the beginning. People just started depositing their money in a place where there was nothing even there. And then they turned around and loaned it back out to someone else with interest. So I just want you to know that you can do the same thing. Like, you don't have to settle for getting the least amount of money on your money, right? Like in a regular savings account, getting that 0.001% return. And I told you that if you use the rule of 72, which tells you how long it takes you for your money to double, you'll understand that it's going to take you like 100 years for your money to double. I don't have 100 years for my money to double, so I put it in investments. And that's what this, once again, we're going to show you. What are the investments? What are the investments to actually, what are the investments to actually put your money on? Where is it at? Where is it at? Like, where do successful people, where do rich people put their money? You're going to learn where that happens, how that happens. We talk about thinking like a bank. We're talking about picking up properties for a couple of $1,000s that are worth $60,000, $80,000, putting a little bit of money into it, fixing it up, and creating income chunks, big fat juicy checks, $25,000, $35,000, $40,000, $50,000. That's on the traditional side. But what I'm also going to do is show you the real thinking like a bank side, where you can actually create a mortgage for yourself. Have you ever thought about that? Did you ever think that you could create a mortgage for yourself and that you can charge 10% interest? You can charge 7% interest. And then you can now put a person in there that you're going to pre-qualify, just as if you were Bank of America, just as if you were Chase Bank, and create an income stream that the average guy would probably sell that house for $80,000, but you're going to create a note that's going to be worth $270,000, and those payments are going to come into you month after month without you being a landlord. That's the key. Without you being a landlord, you will now learn how to become the bank. We're also going to get into tax deeds. Well, when I lost everything in real estate, what brought me back was tax deeds. I was down in Florida, Port Charlotte, Florida, in Charlotte County, Florida. If anybody's down there, you know what I'm talking about. Rotunda West is the area, right out there on the beach, right on the water, right? That area out there. I was buying lots, just plain lots, right? That was, when you understand real estate, like, there's nothing that touches real estate. I'm telling you right now, based off of my experience, nothing that I in my lifestyle, nothing touches real estate, because it allowed me to find out how to get properties for undervalue, how to leverage it by not using my money, but by using other people's money, and how to take advantage of a down market in the time that we're in right now. Guys, I'm going to tell you this. You can sit up there all you want, talk about real estate's not for you. The biggest mistake of your life. And I understand why some of you say real estate's not for you, because maybe you tried it before. Maybe you tried real estate before and it didn't work for you. So now you have a bad taste in your mouth because you never took the time to master the game. You never took the time to learn about the appreciation. You never took the time to learn that you could put an option on a piece of property for $1 and then go bring in somebody else that'll buy it for $100,000 and use their money to pay for the option. And it's like chess. It's like life chess. Real estate to me is like life chess. And I see things in terms of deals. I don't see things in terms of money. So we're going to teach you how to do that also. Right? I'm going to teach you how to set up those mortgages. I'm going to teach you the quick art, the fast art of wholesaling. Actually, Miss Jennifer West Granahan is going to teach you how to do that quick art of wholesaling in a different way than you've ever been taught before. Remember, this information has been disseminated down to me from a billionaire that I met in Orlando, Florida, Mr. Alan J. Schwab, who was one of the original owners of the Orlando Magic. And the way that the billionaire did things was totally different than the way that you and I do things. And he shared that information from me, and it's allowed me to take my money, my check, my banking account from negative, whatever it was, million, maybe negative $1 million. Anybody ever been $1 million in the negative, $1 million in the red? You feel like it, right? You feel like, well, I'm a negative millionaire. I'm an in the red millionaire, right? I'm going to show you how to use these same strategies that was passed on to me from a billionaire. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to guarantee you this. When you leave our one-day workshop, you will have the tools in your hand to actually do the deals. More than that, I'm going to tell you, we're going to take it to another level. We're going to actually show you live how to do the deals. Live. We'll get people on the phone. Live. Everything that I do is real. I'm not going to tell you what happened to me in 2012, 1999, none of that stuff. It's what's working today in your market. And some of you will do deals that very day. Some of you will get people to set up inspections for that very day. Some of you will have contracts signed that very day. And I'll be in the Atlanta, Georgia area, so take advantage of all of this wisdom, and I will help you close those deals. I will hold your hand from beginning to end if you invest in yourself. If you say, you know what, at the end of the day, if I want to be a doctor, how can I expect to be a doctor and I don't go to medical school? How can I expect to go to medical school and I don't pay anything? Well, what happens? We can't afford the whole thing, so we get financing. Well, we offer the same thing. So if those are the things, if making cash has been a problem, you think you've tried it and you didn't work and now you're discouraging somebody else, don't do that, people. So many times we try to do something ourselves, we can't figure it out because we just try it. There's a difference between trying something and doing something. Just want to let you know that right now. There's a difference between trying something and doing something. And for you guys out there that are so-called leaders and you're telling people not to do something because you tried it and it didn't work, and what is that supposed to mean? Is it supposed to mean that it won't work for them? Well, you didn't take the time to master it. And there's something about mastery. When you learn to master something, it changes things around from you. I just want to let somebody know that today. Real talk, guys. No fluff, no magic beans, no smoke screens. I'm coming to change the game in life. I'm coming to change the game in this world. I'm bringing no fluff, no magic beans. You're going to feel my heart. You're going to know who I am. You're going to tell somebody about us. You're going to become a part of this family. You're going to succeed yourself. I'm going to show you what to do so you succeed yourself. I'm not going to give you just enough just to keep you down below me. No, I'm going to say, listen, this is what I did based off of 15 years of experience in this game, based off of learning under a billionaire who's had 50 years experience in this game. We're bringing the real to you. People will not struggle anymore if you pay attention and if you heed my advice. You do not have to struggle financially anymore. Now, whatever it is that you believe in, whatever it is, whoever your source is, whoever your God is, whoever that is, when you talk about them, people will see your life. People will see that and they'll want a piece of what you're doing. They will want that success because now your life is a living testimony because you don't have the money problems no more. You're not freaking out no more. You're not worried about paying the rent anymore. And you have someone on your team. Actually, you have a team of players. You have a team of people that really care about you. And in this day and time, people don't care anymore. They're just more concerned about making money for themselves, building their houses, buying their cars, taking care of their family. And it's not about other people. It's about them. And I'm here to expose that. And I'm here to show you what real love look like. I'm here to show you what it looked like when somebody cares about you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to take my knowledge and I'm going to transplant it into you. And if you follow what I tell you, I guarantee you, I promise you that your life will change. And if that's what you're looking for, I'm your guy. If you want the fluff, if you want the magic beans, and if you want the smoke screen, keep doing what you're doing. But none of that is over here. I'm coming to show you something different. Coming to show you something different. Right? So after that, we're going to do the whole stuff. I'm also going to show you so many people. I see people on Facebook and they're posted in all of these Facebook groups. Are there any buyers in Mississippi? Are there any buyers in Charlotte? Are there any buyers in Tennessee? Are there any buyers in Wisconsin? Are there any buyers in Ketchikan, Mississippi? There are buyers everywhere. You don't know what you're doing. You've paid somebody and they haven't told you what they do to find the buyers, because the buyers can be found in 2 minutes. I mean real buyers, not just people posting up on Facebook talking about they want to try this out. Oh no, come on now. There's a real way to do it. And the people who are sitting in that room on May 13th at the Holiday Inn and Suites by the airport in Atlanta, if you're sitting in that room, I guarantee you, you're going to have an aha moment. I guarantee you, you're going to see that you can do this. I guarantee you that if you tried it and it didn't work, it's going to work this time. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Listen, if you want to reach out to me on anything before I get down there, this is my gift. This is my calling. I'm sorry. Real estate is what I do very, very well. My gift and my calling is seeing greatness in other people and helping them to manifest that. Helping them to, in 5 minutes, I can have a 5-minute conversation with you and to show you how to take that greatness and that passion, help you discover what your passion is, and then show you how to package it, show you how to profit from it, so that you can take care of your family, So now your family's taken care of, school's taken care of, house is taken care of, bills are taken care of. Now you have passive income coming in, which allows you to think, which allows you to walk more into your calling, which allows you to have true discovery and revelation of yourself so that you can know the power that you have inside of you, so that you can then go and share that with other people, because that's what it's all about. It's about each one teaching one. It's about really causing a ripple effect in this world. And if that's not being done and it's contained inside of you, or it's dead inside of you, or it's unconscious inside of you, we gotta wake that up. We gotta wake that up, because like your manufacturer, like God is dependent upon you to take the gifts that he's put inside of you and share it with the world. And most of these guys don't get it. Third-party administrators don't get it. I'm coming to change the game. Step 1, phase 1, May 13th, Atlanta, Holiday Inn. If you want the address, write your stuff down on there. I'll send it out to you. But the site will be up today live. We're 30 days away from changing your life. Who wants change? Who wants to live their dream? Who wants to know how to get this? I want you to say, when you wake up, like Uncle Grant Cardone says, who's got my money? Who's got your money? How do we transfer the wealth? How do we become the lender and not the borrower? How do we recognize our power and our gifts? There's also going to be a personal development side of this. Guys, the workshop is only 3 days, and there's going to be a couple of them going on throughout the day. So you got to get in and get your time, because you're going to start seeing a lot of marketing for this stuff right now. And if you don't want to not be there, you don't want to not be in that room, because the people that are going to walk out of that room, this is the first one that I've done in about 10 years. And I'm telling you that I'm bringing the goods. I'm bringing my team. You will get what's due for you. All you got to do is show up. Show up. And my team is going to show up. Take the information, break it down to its simplest form so that you can do it the same day. The same day. We got to get your mind right. We're going to be bringing in sponsors. We're going to be bringing in vendors. Remember, there's a whole fast track to wholesaling. Latoya is going to really hone in on the nonprofit aspect of this. How to get that nonprofit set up quickly. Because so many of you have gifts inside of you, and you want to share those gifts, but you don't know how. Or maybe you don't have the money. Or maybe you think you're not qualified. But I'm here to tell you, when I see you, I'm going to stamp you. I'm going to qualify you. I'm going to confirm you. You really don't need me. You can do it yourself. You can just take out your little imaginary stamper right here, and you go like this. I'm qualified. I'm good enough. I can do this. I just got to get around the right people. Once you're around the right people, that's when things change. See, because you can say the same thing to two different sets of people. People who don't get it, people who've given up on their dreams, people who tell you, oh, you can't do that, people who are waiting for you to fail, those undercover haters. You say this to them and it goes nowhere. You get around people like me and my group, and you tell us what your dream is, and before you know it, you're living it. Before you know it, you've birthed your nonprofit. Before you know it, you're walking in your calling. You're living your dream. When you have your nonprofit set up the right way, I show you where to get this grant money. Remember, when you have your nonprofit set up the right way, that means there's a wrong way, right? I'm going to show you how to get the initial money for your payroll. Set up your staff. Make sure you got good people around you. Make sure they won't leave you. You just make sure you treat them well and you pay them well, because you're going to have the money, all right? I'm going to show you how to do that. And then we're going to show you how to set up your real estate redevelopment company the right way, all right? So that you're going to get into deals before other investors get into deals. Oh my God, I just told the secret. You're going to get into deals before other investors can get into deals. So what that does is it makes you become the source in your hometown. You're the source now. No daisy chains. You're not following, oh, this person got a deal, put it under contract, put it on internet, put it on Facebook, put it on Craigslist, topped off his $5,000. Now the next person gets it, puts on $5,000. I've had my own deal come back to me before, marked up $20,000 higher. How was that? That's the daisy chain, guys. When you live in that daisy chain world, you're at the bottom of the barrel. If you want to be at the bottom of the barrel in the smallest pond possible, keep doing it the way that you're doing it. But if you want to learn how to do it from a different level, if you want to learn how to do it from the top, if you want to learn how to become the source of these deals and not be involved in these daisy chains, and daisy chains are just deals where people are just passing it around and adding their fee on it to the next person, and you get further and further away from the initial source. But if you want to be the source, all of that will change, right? So everybody wants to be a part of something, guys. At the end of the day, our heart yearns for it. Our soul and our spirit yearns for this. And we want to be something. We want to be a part of something real. We want to be a part of something that adds value. We want to be a part of something that can help fulfill other people's dreams. Isn't that what this is all about? Isn't this what it's all about? Well, my question to you is, what's your dream? What's your goal? Do you even have goals? Do you got to pull them out the drawer? Did you spill coffee on them and throw them away? Did you think because you hit the age of 50 or 55 or almost hitting 60, do you think that it's over for you? You think that life has somehow passed you by? You think that you're stuck behind an 8-ball? I'm going to show you something different. I'm going to show you something different. My team is going to show you something different. You don't want to miss this one. Get your popcorn ready. At the end of the day, if you have a dream and you don't know how to turn that dream into some green, you need to be at the Holiday Inn, and the page to register will be up in a couple of hours. The page to register for the event in Atlanta will be up in a couple of hours. Okay? With that being said, guys, that's my message for the day. I got a lot of work. We're 30 days away from this seminar, and I want this to be the best one. I want it to be marked. I want it to be filled up, and I want to see you. I want you to come in. I want you to bring your vision. I want you to bring your dream or your goal or your plan. And I want to show you how to make it happen. And the day that you walk out, if you're in Atlanta right now, in the Atlanta area, May 13th, reach out to LaToya Carroll. Reach out to Marcus Mayfield. Reach out to Joshua Coleman. Reach out to Aretha Hutchinson. And I will have make another announcement in a couple of hours when the registration site is up, which it will be shortly. And I want to let me help you. Let me help you. Let me use my experience. Let me use my team's experience. Let me use my mentor's experience to help take you to a different level in life. Because at the end of the day, you deserve it. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be successful, financially successful. You deserve to be healthy. You deserve to be wealthy. You deserve this. Somebody's dependent on you. Who's dependent on you to fulfill your dreams? Seriously, who's dependent on you? Is it your kids? Is it your grandkids? Is it your mother? Is it your grandmother? Because when you walk in your greatness, what can you provide for other people? Who's watching you right now as you've quit on things over and over again? Have you started out really, really fast and then fizzled off halfway through? Who's watching you because your success is going to spawn the next person's success? This is what the ripple effect has always been about. And some of us don't get that. We don't get that, and we quit on life when things get hard. We quit on life when somebody tells us that we can't do it. We quit on life and we listen to other people when they say, I tried that out. So what? Who cares if you put one toe in the pool? I've been swimming in this pool for 15 years now, and I'm going to help you do the same thing. So with that being said, my water's gone and my mouth is dry and I'm a little bit thirsty. A little bit hungry because I haven't had anything to eat. And for those reasons, family, I'm out. I know that I'm blessed to be a blessing. And I want to help you. ATL, we're coming to see you May 13th. For that reason, I'm out.